Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Derpton Realm Holiday Edition. We're going to be doing some Christmas-themed stuff today. Originally, I wasn't planning on doing anything like this at all, but then the idea kind of came to me. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I want to decorate some Christmas stuff today. All right, so first thing we did is build a small sheep farm over here. It actually produces pretty well, and it kept me pretty busy sharing all the sheep constantly, which was a lot of fun to see. You know, it's a gameplay mechanic people usually automate right away, so it was cool doing this and building this. But we got a lot of wool because we're going to need a lot of wool. And I decided to take a good lay of the land. You know, just get an idea of what this looked like before. That bamboo stock's pretty much in the way of our building area, but yeah, it's a lot fun. It's a lot more fun playing with a big render distance. You can see a lot more people's builds. So first thing I did was put a bunch of candy canes made of wool around the place. I wanted one in every visible spot you could see. Like I wanted you any place you were looking, you'd see a candy cane basically, and you would see a lot of them right there. And yeah, so then after that, I built a small snow farm. I hadn't gotten any of the snow yet, and I went on top of the aquarium in front of the community center. There's a small underground aquarium, and I put a spruce tree on top of it, a big one, and I grew it about 3 times while I was building the candy canes. This is one came out pretty good. It doesn't go the leaves don't go as far down as I would have liked, and I did build some custom leaves around down, but then it was taking forever. So I gave up on that, but overall I like it. It's nice and tall so you can see it from far away. And this is me putting little lights on it or ornaments or whatever you want them to be. I'm putting some torches behind them to help light it up, bring some attention to it. Um, yeah, I really like the way the candy canes turned out. And yeah, if something you will notice is that this episode was filmed after the one you'll see next time. Just because I needed to get this episode out before Christmas, obviously, right? But yeah, so I'm just alternating my wool colors here, going down the tree, and I end up going down it a second time with another spiral to help fill it in. Here we're taking a look back at it. See how it's a bit empty. I end up adding more. That star looks awful, by the way. I built that star. I decided to do it diagonal. I thought that'd be the best case, and then it's hard to do a star with an even amount of blocks rather than an odd amount of blocks. And a spruce tree has an even amount of blocks, so this is me trying to build a star for it. I didn't like how tall it was. I felt like that was a big thing, so I'm lowering down the arms and trying to make it less thick and more thin. Hope you guys enjoying your Christmas. It's coming up real soon. I'm gonna be, throwing this. I'm recording this of the 16th, and it's gonna be going up next Friday. So, yeah, the star's still way too tall. So, I changed it to be a bit smaller. It's a not. It still wasn't perfect, but I was running out of time. I was trying to get everything done in one day. That was my goal. Was to finish everything up in one day, in one night, so that way people would wake up the next day and be like, oh, everything's Christmasified. Unfortunately, I didn't meet that goal because I ran into some lag and got disconnected from the server, so I had to finish it up this morning, which honestly was probably good. There's that aquarium I was talking about, by the way. I think that's for the best because I already stayed up till like 2 a.m. last night. That's the star from a bad angle. So I try to get a good angle. I hate these berries. You'll see it again later in the video. They're so annoying. They plant them everywhere on this server too as a good food source. It's like, no, please, stop. So I had to farm a lot of snow. My goal was Christmas tree in the middle, presents around with actual gifts inside. If people open them, that's great. If they don't open the presents, then I'm just going to keep the stuff. It's all good. And yeah, so I wanted to cover the ground in snow, candy canes, etc. You can see the presents are built here. I'll add in some more later on too, because I realized I had a lot more gifts than I did have wool. I ended up running out of wool. I had a lot of wool there, you saw it, and I had more in my ender chest than I did in the inventory there. But yeah, here's me putting snow blocks down. Something I did run into was there's a lot of torches around, which I agree with. I think that's a good thing. But it does mean I can't use a lot of the top snow stuff, which would be nice. It'd be really good to decorate with that, but I just wasn't able to, unfortunately. Just due to the fact that there's a lot of torches around. Yeah, you can really see all the snow starting to come together, though. I should have used more snow blocks, but I didn't want to dig the ground, so it was kind of a conundrum there. One thing that did happen is there was a thunderstorm, and lightning struck the stables and killed a couple horses. That was bad. I ended up putting out the fire, but it was, I think, like 2 or 3 horses died, unfortunately. I just thought I'd share that as kind of a thing that happened, so I'm going to push to put in some lightning rods pretty soon to help prevent strikes. I think a different building burnt down partially too. It's hard to tell. Some things are just naturally partially destroyed because that's how realms work. But yeah, so that was really unfortunate because I heard a horse getting hurt while I was building the candy canes. I was like, what was that? What? Is it suffocating? So I went inside the stable, and the whole inside of the stable's on fire. The roof was fine. There was only a couple holes in the roof. But the whole inside of the stable was, like, on fire. So I'm, like, punching it all out and panicking and digging up dirt blocks on accident, trying to punch it out and putting down wool. It was hectic. I was only able to save one of the horses and a couple of the skeleton horses. The one, at least of the ones that were inside. The ones outside were fine, thankfully. So you see me building a couple presents here. They take up a surprising amount of wool to build. I mean, I knew they would take up this wool. You'd see some of the lag problems I was having here. This was towards the end of the night, but yeah, they take up. I was doing some math while I was shearing the sheep. I'm like, oh, these presents are actually going to take out a ton of wool, and they really do. I was planning on only doing 4x4x4 presents at first, but then I reduced it. A lot of them are 3x3x3, or 3x3x2 later on. And yeah, it's pretty ridiculous how much wool they take up. Here's some amazing lag towards the end of the night, and yeah. Apparently, you can shear snowmen. I kind of knew about this, so I wasn't sure if it actually worked. It gives you the pumpkin back, so that's pretty cool. When you do that, it takes their pumpkin off. I put top snow on top of the trees, because I thought it looks beautiful here. Look at how awesome that looks and how much atmospheric it is. And I didn't think it would melt, but it was unfortunately melting. So that was too bad. The top snow on the trees didn't stick around, even though it looked amazing. I really wish it stuck around for longer. So here it is from the side of the ender portal. Here's up on the ender portal. You can't see it because that bamboo's in the way. But you can see some of the other presidents and candy canes I stuck around the place. There's another cluster of presents over there, and there's one by that villager head someone made. That's pretty recent too. So I had let loose a couple of snow golems just around. But then I got the brilliant idea. I went back to my base and got a bunch of leads. Because if the top snow is just going to melt, I decided it would be worth it to try to do this and just have them wandering around and try to get them to refill it in. So I got an army of snowmen tethered to different poles around the place, which is pretty fun. And it's also fun just seeing that there's like snowmen around now, you know. Obviously, they will die in the first rainstorm. Yeah, this is what it looked like after. You can see all the some of the snow stuck on the trees. I was pointing at my monitor there, and those were completely covered in snow at first, but it melted. But yeah. You can see all the candy canes I put around everywhere. Here we're checking it out from multiple angles. One thing I will say about snow golems, if you have problems with mobs hostile mobs being in caves around your base and you're not sure where they are, just spawn a couple snow golems in. They will point them out right out. Because I had some snow golems wander over and just look down. And it's like, oh, there's a zombie underground somewhere. Dug down, found a hole with like a couple zombies in it, like 5 total. Was able to light it up, and now it's not a problem anymore. So it's pretty cool trick. If you ever have underground areas that are giving you trouble. And yeah, step back here. I think it looks really nice here from this angle. I would have liked to cover all the ground with snow, but I didn't quite realize how ambitious that was before I got into it. I do feel like there's a way you could make a snow farm using pistons to break the top snow that the snow golems make, and I want to try to do that at some point. But yeah, here's that star from the other good angle for the star. I was trying to do this without causing too much damage to the surrounding area and buildings and the flowers and the path blocks. It looks really cool from inside. I absolutely love it. How it turned out from inside the community center here. The community center storage area got snowed in, which is fun. You know, the interesting thing about doing this, oh, I absolutely love it from this top view, by the way. It looks so nice. It's just the right angle to have a bit of overhang, but still be into it. Thing is, like, I don't even know if anyone's going to see this, you know, that's the funny thing. It's not a super active server. And I think Ricky's, the owner, Ricky, is going to be gone for a while. Due to life events that are good, but you know, so I think it's like going to be like Thunder Bear. Maybe other people will see it. I don't know, but yeah, here's it from this angle here. I like it from this angle too. You can see all the snow golems wandering around. I love them. I would have liked to back up more there, but there was a wall, and yeah, so. The snow golems, which were added just to replace the top snow, I think actually add a lot. Just to have something moving around, as long as it doesn't rain. I really hate how there's no way to protect them from the rain besides building a roof. I mean, come on, you can't, like, can we put helmets on them or something? But then they wouldn't look like snowmen as much anymore, so I don't know. Here's that other cluster of presents I was talking about. You can see the snow around the birch trees there. And yeah, the Christmas tree I made really does stand above everything around it, which is nice. I didn't realize until after this just quite how many trees are in this place. Like, this place is actually jam-packed with trees. It's actually pretty ridiculous. Here we have a problem of it being an acacia biome, and that being too hot for the snowmen, which made me sad. It's the cluster of presents next to the bank, kind of close to near Thunder Bear's place. So yeah, anyways, thank you everyone so much for watching. Kind of a strange episode that popped up in my mind out of the middle of nowhere. And yeah, I hope you guys are looking for the next one. The next one, we are continuing our quest for armor trims. I never explained that we're trying to get all the armor trims because I want to open up a shop and hopefully have them on discount, but they cost 7 diamonds each, so I don't really know. But yeah, because right now no one really has armor trims, so I think it'd be a cool thing to have on the server. So that's kind of my goal right now with these Minecraft episodes. And man, doesn't that look so cool right there? Yeah, anyways, hope you guys have a good one. See you in the next one. Bye.